How much electricity does an AC consume? Like all typical MBA answers, it depends. I'm going to help you understand which type of AC to buy based on your usage patterns. The summary of this video is as follows. A 3-star AC is sufficient if you run your AC for less than 6 months in the year and you run your AC for less than 12 hours. You can go for a 5-star AC if you plan to run your AC throughout the year for all 12 months, or if you plan to run your AC for 12 to 24 hours during the period that you do use it, even if it is 3 to 6 months. Follow along to understand how I came up with this summary. For the sake of consistency, let's use a 1-ton AC for the comparison and LG as the brand so that we can understand the trend. The same will apply when you're comparing various different brands as well. Typically, you would require a 1.5 or 2-ton AC for larger rooms and lesser like 0.8 tons for smaller rooms. I won't go into detail on this. You can see the sizes on the screen. First, let's talk about the unit consumption per hour. 5-star ACs consume less units per hour compared to 3-star ACs. How to determine that? Most air conditioner manufacturers will publish a power savings guide, as you can see on the screen here. This guide will tell you a few things, but we will primarily use the electricity consumption per year in our calculation. Now remember that this electricity consumption is only measured for 1600 hours and in test conditions. So based on this, the units consumed per hour is shown on the screen. Now that we have the units consumed per hour, let's calculate how much your electricity cost will be per month, assuming your usage patterns. Let's assume you're either running the AC for 6 hours per day or 8 hours per day, 12 hours per day, 16 and 24. Those are the assumptions because different people might be using it differently. Assuming a per unit cost of 8 rupees per kilowatt hour, the per month electricity will be as shown on the screen. For example, if you're running your AC for 12 hours a day, your monthly electricity bill will increase by 1200 for a 3-star AC and 1000 rupees for a 5-star AC. As you can see, 5-star ACs give you about a 16% saving in electricity across various usage patterns. The other thing that these costs assume is that you're not freezing yourself and you're running the AC at approximately 24 degrees centigrade. If you run the AC at a lower temperature, or your outside temperature is too high, or you are staying on the top floor, or you have a big window in your room, the effort your AC has to do is higher, so your cost will be higher as well. So coming back to the calculation, based on this, since 5-star ACs give about 16% less electricity bill compared to 3-star, does it make sense to buy a 5-star AC all the time? Not at all. You do pay a higher upfront cost for 5-star ACs compared to a 3-star AC. So it is also important to understand how long it will take you to recover that upfront cost, isn't it? So in the example we took the two LG ACs of 1 ton, 3-star and 5-star, there is a difference of about 3000 rupees. So for this 3000 rupees, considering that there is a 16% saving in electricity per month, let us see how many months it is going to take for us to recover that 3000 rupees difference in upfront cost. So if you go for a 5-star instead of a 3-star, if you run your AC for 8 hours a night every single day of the year, it will take you 23 months to recover, or close to 2 years to recover the upfront cost. But this is not all. We don't run the AC through the year typically, especially when you stay in cooler areas. For example, in a place like Bangalore, I may only run it for 3 months a year. In which case, if I'm running it for 8 hours in the night only, it's going to take me 7.5 years to recover the upfront cost, not calculating the interest from the money that I paid upfront. So generally speaking, lower the time to recover your upfront cost, the better. So based on these calculations, a 3-star AC is sufficient if you run your AC for less than 6 months in the year and you run your AC for less than 12 hours. You can go for a 5-star AC if you plan to run the AC throughout the year for 12 months, or if you plan to run the AC for 12 to 24 hours during the period that you do use it, even if it is fewer months like 3 to 6 months in the year. If you found this video useful, you may find this video useful where I explain how to select the best AC and the best recommendations for ACs in the 3-star, 5-star categories. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.